Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through the sources to get you informed fast. Today, we're really plunging deep into high-performance watches. We're going to break down the brand new Unimatic Modelo Uno Prodiver collection. And we'll look at how this, well, relatively young brand re-engineered its most popular watch for what they call uncompromising performance.
Right. And our mission here is really to unpack the tech, the design thinking, all the little details that make these watches stand out and connect it all back to Unimatic's identity, like why they made these specific choices.
Okay, so let's kick things off with Unimatic itself. Who are they? Well, they're based in Milan, independent, pretty new on the scene, but wow, they've got a really dedicated following already. Their look is very distinctive, minimalist, sort of military-inspired dive watches. Hard to mistake them.
Yeah, and what's fascinating is just how quickly they carved out that strong identity. They've definitely caught international attention, not just with their own stuff, but collaborations too. Masana Lab is a big one. Those projects blending old school design cues with Unimatic's modern tool watch vibe, they really solidified Unimatic's reputation. They show a real understanding of watch history, but also where professional watches are heading.
Okay, let's get into this new collection then, the Modelo Uno Prodiver. They're calling it their most technically advanced yet. So what does uncompromising performance actually mean for a dive watch like this?
That's really the heart of it. The idea was a ground-up re-engineering of the Modelo Uno platform, aiming purely for, well, functional excellence, the look. Still very unimatic, very straightforward, no frills. But every single component, every detail has been tweaked with professional use absolutely front and center. It's about optimizing it completely for diving, making sure there are no weak points when you might be relying on it, deep down.
Okay, so if that's the idea, what does this refinement actually look like? Let's talk specifics, the models themselves.
Right. So you've got two in stainless steel first, the U1 PD3B and the U1 PD3OR. They share a lot of the core DNA. Both use a really solid 316L stainless steel case. And that's important. 316L is marine grade. Great corrosion resistance, which is obviously essential for saltwater. Water resistance is rated at 300 meters. Pretty serious depth rating. Dimension-wise, you're looking at 41.5 millimeters across the bezel, 49 lug to lug, and 14.4 millimeters thick with the crystal, or 13.2 without it. So it's substantial, definitely feels like a tool, but it's shaped to wear pretty comfortably too. The case finishing is brushed all over, solid screw-down back, and a fluted screw-down crown, which has these sturdy guards.
Protection for the crown, yeah, makes sense. And they both have that 120-click unidirectional bezel for timing dives. Maybe quickly explain why unidirectional matters so much.
Absolutely. So 120 clicks means it's precise, 2 clicks per minute mark, and unidirectional means it only turns anti-clockwise. That's a critical safety feature. If you knock the bezel underwater, it can only ever show more time elapsed, not less, which means you might surface a bit early, safer than thinking you have more air than you do. The insert itself is matte ceramic, fully graduated scale, and it's got super luminova lume markers every 5 minutes. So really easy to read when timing, especially in low light.
Got it. And then the dials really set them apart. The U1 PD3B is matte. Black dial, black bezel, very stealthy, tactical look. But then the U1 PD3OR has this bright international orange dial. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting for me. The orange, the source notes say it's one of the first colors to disappear underwater. So what's the thinking there for a diver? Is it more about surface visibility, knowing the lume has to do the heavy lifting down below?
Yeah, you've really hit on something interesting there, that orange dial paradox. It's super visible on the surface, a classic high-vis color. But yeah, underwater, especially deeper down, orange light gets filtered out pretty quickly. And that's precisely why the other legibility features are so crucial. Those big geometric markers, dots, bars, triangle at 12, and the broad hands, they're huge and packed with lume. So even when the orange color itself fades visually at depth, those bright, glowing elements just pop. They ensure you can always read the time instantly. It's literally a safety thing. Even the little lollipop on the second's hand has lume. So orange might fade, but the lume takes over, keeping that critical info clear. Powering these steel ones is the Seiko NH35A automatic movement. It's a real workhorse, known for being super reliable, easy to service. Just a solid, practical choice for a watch that's meant to be used, not kept in a box. Beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, 41-hour power reserve, standard, dependable stuff.
And what's pretty impressive is the price for these steel models, given the specs, are $750 before VAT. Seems very competitive for a pro-grade diver. Okay, now let's move up to the flagship, the UNST PD6B. This one's titanium, grade 2 titanium, and it boasts a 600-meter depth rating. That's really deep. Does pushing the depth rating that high mean you sacrifice something else, like wearability?
That 600 meters is definitely a big step up, yeah. Signal's a very specialized tool. And how they achieve it involves a few things, but the case material is huge. It's a 41.5 millimeter sandblasted titanium case. The beauty of titanium, grade 2 specifically, is it's incredibly strong, but also very lightweight, much lighter than steel. So despite the capability, it actually wears surprisingly well. That answers your question directly. It's 14.4 millimeters thick overall, but that includes a really thick, like 3 millimeter domed sapphire crystal built for pressure. But Unimatic cleverly made the actual titanium case body slimmer, only 12.3 millimeters without the crystal. That makes a real difference on the wrist. Quite comfortable for such a beast. Bezel setup is similar to the steel one's matte black ceramic lume. Dial is pure matte black too, max contrast with the lume, all about clarity and poor visibility.
This one also adds a date window, down at 6 o'clock. The source called it seemingly an odd choice, but it ups functionality. Why put it there? And how does a date really up functionality on a serious tool watch like this?
Yeah, that's a good question. Usually you see dates at 3, maybe 4.30. Putting it at 6 o'clock does something important aesthetically. It maintains the dial's symmetry, perfectly balanced, which fits right in with Unimatic's whole minimalist design language. It doesn't clutter the main time display, so yeah, maybe it seems a bit unusual at first, but it adds that extra bit of everyday info at the date without messing up the core function or the clean look. It's functional without compromising the tool watch focus. Inside this one, the movement's different too. It's a Sellita SW200 Bear 1A automatic. Basically, a well-regarded Swiss clone of the ETA 2824. This one runs faster than the Seiko, 28,800 vibrations per hour. Gives you a smoother seconds hand sweep, potentially a bit more accuracy. Power reserve is also 41 hours.
And this top-tier titanium model, the UNST PD6B, comes in at EUR 1500, excluding VAT.
And just to wrap up some common threads, all three of these Prodivers come on a heavy-duty black nylon NATO strap. Very practical, fits the tool watch vibe. Each model is limited to just 300 pieces made, individually numbered. And they come in Unimatic's tough signature packaging case.
Okay, so let's bring it all together. What does this mean for you, the listener, who's maybe interested in these kinds of deep-sea machines? It really underlines Unimatic's focus on serious professional functionality. But crucially, they do it while sticking to their very unique minimalist style. They're not just making watches that look tough or look cool. They seem to be building proper tools, designed for demanding conditions, tools you can rely on. So, yeah, we've kind of broken down the differences between the steel and titanium versions, seen that incredible attention to detail in how they re-engineered them, and how they blend that sort of heritage feel with really modern performance. Think about all that precision. It really makes you appreciate purpose-built design, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And, thinking bigger picture for a second, what does this uncompromising performance in a dive watch like these Unimatics tell us? Maybe about the wider quest for precision and reliability in any kind of specialized tool, especially when aesthetics are also such a core part of the equation. It kind of encourages you, maybe, to think about that interplay between function, materials, and design and other specialized gear you might come across.